The greatest arc of Batman is Nightfall. It is Nightfall is the quintessential. I will break you, Batman. The first thing that I ever read from Batman, because he was like, "Oh yeah, those are my comics. Go at it." And he had this. All the other boxes were in short boxes, and he had this nice little shoebox full of something. I'm like, all right, I'll start there. It's a smaller pile. I'm not as intimidated. It's fucking Batman Nightfall.
Any other boy finds his dad's Playboy collection.
Yeah. Oh, fuck
you
that.
find Nightfall.
Yeah, I find Nightfall, and my life changes in a different way.
I had a lot of weird masturbation.
Yes. And I can get why you like Court of Owls so much, because it's so much like Nightfall, where it seems like he's so confident, and he's like, I have all these answers, but in the end, he still keeps getting beaten. And I think that's the best Batman, is when he's weak and when he is getting broken. And Court of Owls is the closest to Bane breaking Batman's bat that he's ever gotten to being just like a broken bat. And I really think
aside from that, though, the genius of the Court of Owls was that Snyder just like shoehorned this entire history that was there all
the whole
along.
time.
Like it was at the time that I read Court of Owls, it was like Batman's great, but there wasn't anything like new. And if there was something new, it was something brand new. But then Court of Owls came around, and it was like, by the way,
here the whole time.
This is new, but it's also like enriched in all this history.
And I was reading why I love Court of Owls so much, which is why I'm okay with you liking Court of Owls.
Well, I'm glad you're
as your
okay
favorite, because Nightfall is better, but I can understand enjoying Court of Owls as much, because when I was reading that live, like week to week, I was pulling Batman. I was pulling Batman at the time, and what was going on while Court of Owls was happening, I was reading All-Star Western. And he was dealing with Court of Owls back in like the late 1800s.
Oh, and that's kind of a cool thing I never knew.
Yeah, it's this awesome, like, they had Court of Owls all of a sudden, like, you got to see him way back when that you never saw, but you got to see him interact with them.
Did they pull that into the trades, maybe?
Possibly.
Because I read what I'm just going to say, though, is from what I've heard, is you like Batman at his raw. Kind of like when he's dealing with all of his nightmares. Yeah, like what Tom King did.
Oh, what he attempted to do? Yeah, except he did it while he was in like a nightmare pod. He did it while he was in a nightmare pod. And
what are your thoughts on like year one? You into year one?
I love year one.
I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like
year one.
Like I feel like I like when it comes to like top stories. I like
that's how you switch directions after a ridiculous arc that is too good to follow up to.
Yeah, it was just like
because it was Court of Owls in year one, right?
No, you're thinking of year zero. I'm talking about like Frank Miller
year one.
Oh,
I was thinking year zero.
Year zero comes after.
Year zero was a really good follow up to Court of Owls because
that wasn't even
there was no following that.
Death of the Family was the follow up to.
Yep. Oh, I see that all the man.
Where Joker like fucking like cuts off his own face.
His face comes off.
I remember because my kid wanted to read that. It's rated teen, and I was like,
no. Frank Miller. I love him as with Batman. One because Frank Miller made Batman. He stopped being campy and hokey, and he is the man.
I'm just looking at like this.
I was like, do I have it over?
You don't. Oh, but you have The Long Halloween, which is also, I think, pretty top 5. Even Earth 1.
Can you have Earth 1 right
Earth 1 is so good. This is the one where it's like young. Yeah, you should read it.
Let me see Earth 1.
Earth 1.
Oh, you have a hard
Yes, I have the hard copy. Hold up.
It's not on. Unless you return it
I did return it on.
It's been on this whole time.
No, it's been intermittent. We've gotten 3 episodes out of this. Earth 1, Jeff Johns with Gary Frank is maybe my favorite just one-shot Batman.
Is that white?
Yeah. What I'm looking at.
Yeah. Oh, that's also right up there. But this was never singles. This is just Earth 1 Batman.
Let me see white.
It's incredible.
Read it.
Nick is taking this with him because he needs to read this.
I was going to just buy these.
You can.
But I'll read it for
Earth
sure.
Well, don't. I'll
just read it on DC
over there.
Rebirth.
Rebirth.
I don't want to take your book.
Green Lantern, Superman, Batman. The Earth 1 series is incredible. I think Wonder Woman has one.
Let me see White Knight.
You want to know who writes Wonder Woman? Grant Morrison.
Yeah, I like Grant Morrison. I know. Just because he's not in my top 3 doesn't mean I don't like Grant Morrison.
All right, can we just do one thing?
Oh boy. Oh, one second. I'm Todd.
I'm Cole.
I'm Nick.
This is Comic Burrito podcast. Thanks for getting wrapped up with us. I don't know if this will be the end or the beginning, but we're just gonna throw this in. All right, what do you want? You want to talk about Wonder Woman?
No, Grant Morrison.
Oh, Grant Morrison
or Alan Moore.
Alan Moore. That's an easy decision.
For Batman,
he gave us money.
No, we're just talking about. We're just talking about overall. You get one dude's library.
Alan Moore, just one dude's library. Alan Moore is more important to comics than Grant Morrison.
But I would much
But if I'm going to have the library, I'm going to have Grant Morrison's library.
I mean, man, that Doom Patrol run is so good.
That's
an
animal right? Alan Moore is more important. Grant Morrison would be a better library. If you disagree with that, we can just turn this off. We might as well just mention.
And why are you even?
We might as well just mention TK.
Our Lord and Savior, TK.
This is so good. This might be the first time since
Cole has to pee.
We
can't talk about wrestling, so
we can talk about Justice League.
We can talk about Justice League.
I'm gonna pee. You guys
all right.
Justice League.
You have to make sure.
You can't get out that way. Bring down a beer when you come down.
Okay.
Like a couple. Justice League 39.
Bam.
Amazing. It's great. I'm so excited. I was not aware because I don't follow Twitter. I don't follow comic book news. I get my pull list and I get my comics and I read them because I'm a sane individual.
The names here are not the same names as
Weirdly
here.
enough, when I open up my comics, I just fucking read them. But I was not aware that Snyder's run was ending right at 39. So 40 was a shock to me because I'm like, this is not a continuation of it. But oh my God. Scott Snyder, can you keep just being maybe the best writer currently
that
right
metal
now?
to death metal, whatever they're calling it, is supposed to be like his swan song to say goodbye. But could you just stick around for a little bit longer?
Yeah, please, we need you because this is like the most. So good. This is the most into Justice League I've been, and I couldn't believe when I found out when I was just like, you guys are reading Justice League. I couldn't believe Cole and Nick both weren't reading this because there's so much happening and it's a huge thing. It's a legit deal. Crisis.
I mean, they could very easily just like wash this away, but like come on. I mean,
but it's so good. And
there's a lot, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of Court of Owls with that whole shoehorn, like I don't know, maybe there's this
whole universe thing going
on, and there's all these creators and
happening the whole time.
The expanse of like what our reality and everything is it's a lot to take in.
What I love is that each and every person's individual mindset. Not just the heroes. The heroes make zero difference. It is literally the people occupying the universe that are defining how things are going. And I adore that. It's putting things on an individual level that it will only do the broad strokes in the comics. They're still only focusing on the heroes. But the heroes are facing off against the perception and what the ordinary individual within the entire universe is dealing with. And as much as they feel like they keep winning battles and everything, they go back to this theme of you're losing other battles that you just don't know. You don't see the bad things that are happening. You don't see what's going on. And the tipping point is about everybody in the world. 7 people don't define the universe. It's every single person in the universe matters. And I love that. That's such a cool theme. That it makes no difference what Superman fucking thinks or how he behaves. It has to do with the people that are in it.
Yeah, and at the same point,
amazing.
If you are a fan of Superman, what is the arc called?
Doom.
The Superman,
Year of the Villain.
No, the Superman arc. Within Justice League.
Oh, I know.
Sixth Dimension.
Yeah.
The Sixth Dimension arc, and I've read this on a lot of reviews and stuff too.
Comes from?
It is one of the greatest Superman arcs.
It's really
of
cool.
all time.
It's amazing.
It is so good, and again, it's Snyder pulling out something brand new. And
Snyder knows how to completely change the universe without going like, well, that doesn't make sense. How the hell? Like.
And I love how people complain while it's happening that nothing makes sense because it never does.
It doesn't make sense for the heroes either. They're struggling against that too, and that's what's amazing, and that's what I love. It's incredible. This run is incredible. I
This summer is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
With metal to death metal, heavy metal, whatever the hell they're calling it. I think it's heavy.
Death metal?
Death metal.
Yeah, death metal.
Death metal. I was a huge... Metal was like the first thing that I was like, I am now pulling single issue comics.
Yeah, man.
And I was like, and give me the tie-ins and all the things, and I'm gonna just start consuming this whole big wide story. So that was the start for me. And then Justice League's kind of the middle, and I had dropped it, not realizing that it was that. And so now I'm all caught back up, and I am super hyped for Death
If you're
metal.
not reading it, which apparently you may not be because...
I've heard not a lot about
No
it.
one's talking. Apparently,
talking
because
about
I don't do the internet thing. I just read what's on my pull list,
and people are like, "Yeah." It's
and when I talk to both of you, and you're both just not reading it.
Well, I had dropped it.
Yeah, I know. Like
I dropped
hearing
it.
I'm just
issue
like
12.
I don't
I
even
read
understand
Drowned Earth
because
and I was done. I was like, eh.
Which I just can't understand because I'm like I'm reading this and I'm like it's pulling in everything that's going in on the universe. It's informing Batman. It's making me be like, look at what he's dealing with while all of this is happening. And I get like different writers, the things don't merge and all that. But
everybody wants everything to like fit perfectly.
And it just won't.
It's not going to. But the cool thing about this arc is it kind of explains.
Why
maybe
that
not explains because it's kind of. People are saying, and I kind of agree.
Flash and Justice
maybe
League
it's a band-aid, like Snyder's figured out how to explain afterwards why this doesn't make sense, which is fine.
But that's cool.
That's good. It's better than being like, well, fuck this. We're gonna scrap
most of the time, it doesn't make sense why the Justice League can happen while Batman's worrying about what Catwoman's doing on a roof.
Right.
Like, I'm sorry, the entire universe
is fighting whoever.
Yeah, the entire universe is at stake, and you're able to come over here and like do this stupid mundane thing.
Wally's off jumping planet to dark planet.
Yeah, like, but all of a sudden, like, somehow this could actually make sense. And I love that. And it's doing something incredible. And without reading everything else, you could read Justice League and be like, you actually feel the impact. And you're like, wow, this isn't just like this small story. It's issue to issue to issue to issue to issue to issue. And it just keeps going. And I love a long arc that stakes are consistently on the line. While not feeling overbearing.
Justice League's a 39 issue arc. I mean, there's mini arcs in between, but
there's
the full
39 issues.
Yeah, it's a long haul, and it's a lot of just the Justice League just getting punched over and over and over.
And they are they're the punching bag.
It's like every 2 issues or so, you're like, this is it. Everyone's dead. It's over, and they're literally just crawling, and just. Not giving up.
Much like someone with a throne.
Whoa.
Papa Cole doesn't understand the reference.
Whoa.
But you should catch up on Justice League because I bet you're not. And enjoy.
It's really good.
Because it's incredible.
Anyways,
I'm Todd.
I'm Cole.
That's Cole. I'm Nick.
That's Cole. And this is Comic Burrito. Thanks. Subscribe. Tell your friends. And
smash.
Don't
forget to smash
the like.
And the like button.
And subscribe button. We still haven't figured out this outro thing.
But also tell your friends.
Tell your friends. I put that in there. Yeah, tell your friends.
Tell your dog.
Tell your friends. Also, who's your favorite person?
Tom King.
All right. See you later.